Next up at number 12, we have Rogue One. A lot of these have high and low moments, but I thought overall it was a good project. I think Rogue One was solid. I think to me, it's just a little bit of rebellion fatigue, and that might be just because of the era that I grew up in. You know, the Star Wars movies were shown to me well after I had seen the prequels. And so it's a good story. I think having the bad guys win doesn't happen a lot in movies, and I feel like a lot of movies are afraid to have the bad guys win. But I also feel like when you tell a story in the past, and especially if the bad guys win, it doesn't help that much because we already knew that going in. Like when I went into the theater, I knew everyone's gonna die at the end. Now it's cool, like it's interesting and like pushes the envelope forward, but it's also like, I knew that. I wasn't like taken aback. I wasn't like, oh my God, they all died. Like I knew they were gonna die. It's Rogue One. That's the whole story. That's it. This is the crew that died. So I think that's kind of an issue that Star Wars runs into a lot of its properties because the timeline is all over the place. Like the difference between them and like the MCU and some other properties, they're telling stories that are happening. But when all your stories, you have to constantly go into the past to get new material, your ending is already written for you. So sometimes it can ruin the way that the story is told, or you can just not write a good story at all, and then you have The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. So that's where I ranked Rogue One. I liked it. I thought it was solid, and that's where you have it.